Hello everyone, welcome back to the Haripriya lectures. In this video, we will working on the dart functions, and dart functions how it will be working through the dart programming. Okay, dart function means set of coding to be performed in the one particular task. Okay, then use these functions multiple times by calling in throughout the programming. Next one is that we working on the function providers and flexibility code several times and different values in functions can be handled through the parameters and return values through in the wherever I will calling through the functions. Okay, what is the advantages of the function is the first one is that we have to solving the problems to increase the modeling approaches, and second one is that it will be reusable in the on the overall programming side. In couple of the programming we can do on the function side and optimize the coding, and next one is it will be a debugging easier and easy to create and the less complexity in the programming language. Okay, and defining a function, how it will be defined over the function in my coding means functions can be defined by providing the function appropriate parameter and returning type. Okay, these are the two types we will working. One is the parameter and second is the function. So these two things we will working over here. Here I'll give the syntax. The first one is the return type, and next one is the function name and parameter list. Okay, and next inside the curly braces I'll giving on the return values as. Okay, and return type is such as void, int and float of the data types. Okay, and function names is appropriate valid identifier, and the parameter list is the denote the list of the parameters, and value means it will be after completions of my executions, and return what are the return values I will having in my programming. Okay, here I'll giving us some example. And the int is the data types, mul is the function name, int a int b is the parameters, and int c is the output side, and c equal to a plus b. The print I will giving on the sum as. Okay, if I am summing the a and b values as in the output. Okay, and next one is the calling of functions, and calling of functions in a revoking through the main functions in a body and variable names, and next continue with the argument list, and next one is the variable equal to functions name in appropriate on the arguments. Okay, then for example mul is a function names or a variables, and 10 comma 20 is the argument list. Next is the passing arguments to functions. Okay, when function is called, the some information as per the function promote the parameters or arguments through the functions. Okay, we have two types of parameters over there. The one is the actual parameter and second is the formal parameter. Actual parameter it will be passing during the function definitions, and formal parameter is a passed during the functions. Okay, formal parameters. Okay, next one is a returning the value from the functions. Okay, the functions always return some values through the result point where it is called. Okay, where I will calling on the functions in such same always calling on the point. Okay, the keyword is used to the return of values as. I'll giving the syntax over the return expression values as return which output I want, that particular values I will return over in my coding. Okay, dot function with parameters and return values is. Okay, the example, if I am adding two numbers using functions, here I'll giving examples. I am passing a two parameters and I will return on my results. Okay, first I'm creating a function, and second I'm creating a function body. Result equal to a plus b. Return is a variable name equal to I will adding a two parameters in the a plus b. I will returning the result of the adding sessions. We are calling a function and storing a result in a variable c. Variable c is the storing in adding a numbers equal to sum 30 comma 2. 30 is the a value, 20 is the b value. We have to adding these two number. I will getting on the print the sum of two number is 50. Okay, this 50, the number of two number is 50. This is how to output of this particular programming. Okay, Clear? Next one is a dot function with no parameters and return values. If I have a return value, but I never input any parameter inside my void main. Okay, the first I will creating on the functions without arguments, and next I will greeting on my print where I will giving on the returns. Okay, next one is a no parameters without a return value. I never give any return values and inside on my uh, functions. Okay, and the void main and creating a without arguments. I will printing some greetings over here, and void main giving a print over here. I never return any values through in my functions. If I am getting output of the example of dart functions, welcome to the Java deployed. These are the letters I will giving on my output side. Yeah, and next one is the main function. Main function is a top level functions in a dart. The important and vital functions will be working on the dart programming languages. The executions of the programming starts with the main functions. The main functions can be only used one in the programming. Okay, if I'm writing on the program, we will start with the main functions. Okay, the void main, void is getting all the uh, parameters, all the functions. So void main functions body I'm writing over here, I'm getting output whatever I'm giving the inside of the void main, it will getting output. Okay, the dot return values is it will be if the return statements not specified, okay, then the functions returns the null, or a syntax is return, I'll give you the expressions or a values. For example, already I told return a list or a result. Okay, I'll give you the parameters. If adding a two number, that particular variable or a values will be written on my output. Clear? Next one is the dot value with return values. Okay, the return type function name. Next I'll giving on the return values. This I'll giving us some example over here. Dot regression is a method where the function is called itself subroutines and they solve the complex problems dividing the subparts. In this process itself, again and again we will working on the process or a loop statements. Here I'll giving the regression programming over here. I'll giving a syntax. It's same through the switch keys or IFS keys, all those things. I'll giving the some example coding over here. You have to run this particular coding through the Dart lab. It's a open source also. Thank you guys. Here I'll giving the lots of example codings over in my screen. So you have to write down the coding through the Dart lab to practice each and everything in your Dart lab. Okay, thank you guys. We'll see on the next series what are the widgets, how it will be widgets will be creating through in our Dart programming languages. Thank you.